went to Epic Universe? Let's talk about it.
Guys, we just got back from Epic, so excuse the way we look. I got hat hair. I was all sweaty. We're tired from all the excitement, the screaming, the laughing, the smiling, the fun.
Yes, definitely.
Oh man, it's still like fresh in our mind. That's what we said. Let's just do it now before we shower, even take a bath, because then we might forget about everything we saw today at Epic Universe. Let me tell you, we both teared up, didn't we, babe?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She more. Magnus more.
I wish we could have caught that first time reaction on camera, but we understand we have to respect Universal's rules and regulations. We know why we're doing it, why they're doing it, and why they need to do it. You know, they don't need any leaks or any misinformation out there that doesn't need to be until they decide to let media and everybody else share information about the park once it's open, or maybe a couple of days before it's open. But it was a total blast. It was truly epic, wasn't it, babe?
It was epic. As soon as we go through that first portal, the Chronos.
I would say, look, let me stop them there. Before you even enter the park to the parking lot, you got these big grand signs. First thing you see is the Helios Hotel, which is gonna open up soon also, and that's almost complete. Then you get to see the grand entrance, the signs. I mean, it's like they're working you up for the new road. Yeah. Because you got Epic Boulevard now that goes into Kirkman, and then you see Stella Nova on the left, Terra Luna. There's just so much before you actually get in there that it's incredible, right? But it's like you're getting all hyped up.
The adrenaline's flowing.
The adrenaline is flowing while you're trying to get to the main entrance. So first, once you get into Epic and you follow the sign, you see that grand welcome sign, like in all the other theme parks, but welcome. You pass through the ticketing booth, really nice. I love the colors, by the way. Didn't you think the colors were cool?
Yeah.
Then they lead you, just like all the rest of the theme parks here in Orlando, they lead you right into the parking lot. They do have disability parking, which is the closest to the actual main entrance of the park. And it was pretty cool, but the parking lot is very large. Don't you think?
It's very large, spacious? Not covered, so it's going to be hot walking. Now, at the time when we parked, we didn't see any trams. People were walking from the parking lot to the entrance of the park, so hopefully they'll have trams, but...
Or something to take you to the front.
Yeah, it was a hot walk from the parking lot over to the entrance of Epic Universe.
So I mean, get ready to do a little walk before you actually get in the park. And here in Florida, it might be a little hot. Now we did notice a little section there that had like a little bit of a roof near the disability area. I don't know if that's going to be for VIP or valet or something into that shape or form. But anyway, let's continue on. So. Soon as we walk in there, you go right through the main security entrance.
Before that, you forgot there was a valet on the left-hand side.
Oh, yeah.
They do offer valet.
They offer valet, so yes, and that is working already. Because some of the team members were already trying it, and it looked like it's working.
And, and they're dropping right in front. So if you can, if you're an annual pass member, or if you want to pay for it, definitely try to do valet.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll probably have it. They'll probably have it in the VIP tours. I don't know, include it, but it's pretty cool. If you can have that option or pay for it, why not? Save you that long walk. Anyway, so once we park and we get in there, the first thing you're gonna have to go through after you park is definitely the turnstiles. And they do have the facial recognition.
The new face,
So just like in Islands of Adventure and Universal Orlando, you really don't need your ticket. I don't know if they're going to start using the ticket the first day when it opens. As a test, just to make sure that everybody has their tickets. I'm not sure, but they do have facial recognition, so you don't have to take out your pass all the time.
Yeah, they just snap the picture of you right there, and you go right in.
And you go right in.
Very easy, seamless.
And once you go in, on the left side, I remember they had guest services. I think they had the ticket area as well. Or, I think security was in that area as well. And you see the huge Chronos.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And each of the little medallions represents each of the worlds.
That
looks
looks
awesome.
amazing. And then you see, we saw the celestial beings right next to them, right on each side of them.
Yep.
So the Chronos is basically with the celestials. Celestials are the ones that I think they give power to the
portals,
Chronos,
to
the
portal.
Chronos, and then the Chrono powers
Up
up
the portals.
all the worlds, all the portals for you to enter the worlds.
Yeah.
So it is beautiful. I love the color, that aqua green or aqua marine kind of color, the gold, and then the quotes on that portal. And the main portal, and every portal has a quote and a little saying, and it's so beautiful. It kind of like I started choking when I started reading it and going through there.
She was starting to cry. She was waterworks.
I was at Waterworks. I was like, oh my God, why am I crying? This is just a theme park, but it's not just a theme park. This is a brand new Orlando theme park since Animal Kingdom, which was the last brand new theme park that we ever had here in Disney World. Look at me, in Orlando. So it was pretty cool. So once we went through the actual main portal, which is the Chronos, first thing you see, and even right before you even go through the Chronos, you see all of Celestial Park. The first thing you see is a beautiful water with a beautiful fountains, and the statue. I forgot her name, but beautiful statue with a beautiful pearl in her hand.
Yeah. So as soon as you get in, there's the photo op, right, baby?
Yeah, you have the photo op.
You're gonna see our picture here, a couple pictures here of the photo op. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome. We took a couple pictures with family, a couple pictures by ourselves. Then on the left, you see there's one gift shop, one main gift shop, the big one. So that one you can see it on the left, and then on the right there's another, like a smaller version of another
like
store.
overflow merch,
But it's like overflow merch, a little smaller. They do have unique Christmas stuff in there.
And right outside there's like a display with a snowflake.
Yeah.
And periodically is Snopes.
Yeah,
right?
it throws snow. Like,
it's really cool.
Really cool. It's all foamy, and you can kind of maybe take a picture and whatnot. It's a cool effect.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, and they have really nice merch in there. So we really enjoy that too. But then once you take the picture past the two stores, there's a one way that you can go either right or you can either go down left. So to either side. So you pick which side you want to go. So on the left-hand side, you start with Super Nintendo World. Then you have the next portal on the left, or is Dark Universe.
Dark Universe, yep.
Then on the right, you have Isle of Berk, and then you have the Mystery of Magic.
Yeah, so Ministry of Magic, and then Isle of Berk. So Isle of Berk is the last one on the right, and then the first one you start is Super Mario World on the left.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So it's a circular. It's like kind of like World Showcase and Epcot. It's in a circular formation, but the portals are very easy to get to. There's not a lot of walk between each portals at all.
No, it may seem that way because the sidewalks are nothing like what you see in, if you ever been to Epcot, the World Showcase. The sidewalks are wide, but these are a lot wider.
Yeah.
You have, this park is very large and spacious. So you have a lot of space to walk around. I don't know when it's gonna be a full park, if it's gonna look that spacious, but it sure did to us, like really wide. In between one world to another, you might have little booths and kiosks with merch. You might have, there's a Starbucks there as well. You have the main two restaurants also on the left-hand side. When you walk in, and right after the statue of the Chronos, you see Atlantic Restaurant, which is beautiful.
We were able to take a peek inside.
Yeah.
It's 2 levels, so the top level is where the bar area is at.
The bar and lounge.
And then the downstairs is where the actual floor of the restaurant is.
Yeah, but you see it's all round, all filled with glass. It kind of looks like very Goddish-like. The outside has this beautiful mermaids with these, holding up these pearls. Inside has these beautiful fishes, like lights, but they're all fish, right? And these like lamps, and they're aquamarine colors and colorful, and Oh wow, and then you have all around the restaurant, you can see all of Celestial Park and all of the theme park itself. So it's just beautiful view.
Exactly. And then downstairs on the main level, you can, if you get a seat by the window, the water's right there. You can be surrounded by the water.
Yeah, by the fountain.
By the fountain. It's really awesome.
It's so awesome. And those fountains are so clear and clean. They look like pools.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me.
Beautiful restaurant.
It reminds us of when we lived in Vegas, the Bellagio Hotel had those water fountains in the front with the music and the dancing fountains. That's what it kind of looks like, but better.
Yeah.
Because it's in a theme park. So it was so beautiful and amazing. Even though the day was hot, it started out cooler. And then it did get a little hot as it progressed, but we were fine. The heat was not bothering us as much. We were just having too much fun. So as soon as we left the Atlantic restaurant, after we had our little sneak peek, which was amazing. It was beautiful. We can't wait to try it out, right, babe?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The food and the menu looks fantastic, or should I say Magtastic.
Yep.
So once we got out of there, what did we do next, babe, that you wanted to do?
So our plan was to start out at Super Nintendo World. We were so happy, you know, I was dressed up with my Luigi hat, my Nintendo 64 shirt.
I have my mushroom headband.
And we found out that it was closed.
Yeah, so we weren't sure.
Oh my God.
Paul was more disappointed than me because that's the one he was looking mostly forward to. But we're like, okay, maybe it'll open up later. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So then we decided, okay, let's go to our second portal or world that we really were looking forward to, which was Monsters Dark Universe. So it was exciting. The portals are amazing, guys. Each portal, like I said in the beginning of the video, just like the kernels, each one has a quote. This one said,
"It's alive.
It's alive. It's alive." It was so cool. And then you see it like the electricity around it. And once you start going through the portal, you see electricity like all around you. And it was purple light. I can't imagine how cool that's gonna look at night.
Yeah.
And then you like teleported into this dark Moor village.
Yeah.
Wow. And it was creepy and dark, and
all the color schemes black and gray.
Yeah.
It looks like an old village, like in Transylvania.
Yeah, there was a cemetery in the beginning, like there was like coffins. You can take a lot of photo ops inside the coffins like this. So then we ran into the first character that actually greeted us. It greeted my family first, started messing with them, and then came over to me because I was wearing the mushroom headband.
Show them the headband, baby.
And I was wearing these, which I had gotten already from the from City Walk already, the Universal Preview Store. And he called it Fungus.
Fungus, yep.
So the character we first ran into was Igor. Oh my God, he looks so cool with the apron and the outfit and the glasses and the weird nose and the weird body. And he was saying that he was able to fix us, or what did you say to him?
So he said like, he has like, oh, you see, you got growing fungus out of your head.
Yes.
And I told him, what's the cure for that? He said, well, we can cut the ears off, the fungus, but he has to start from here.
From here. So we were like, oh my God, he's gonna behead me.
Like, no. Like, no, that's okay. We'll go. We'll stay with the fungus.
It. So he's like, yeah, if you guys want to come back and think about changing your mind, then we can start the process. We're like, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
But that was pretty cool. So once we passed him, then you actually go deep into the village a little bit more. The first thing you see in the middle of the village is that
cauldron.
creepy.
It's a cauldron.
No, it's not a cauldron. It's the, what do you call it? The well.
Well,
the
yeah, you're right.
The well. The cauldron is for witches.
The cauldron, yeah. You know why I say cauldron? Because there was steam coming out.
There was like mist and fog coming out of it. And it was all creepy. And it had kind of like red colors. And the reason why it was kind of red and steaming and look all creepy and foggy is because supposedly that's where all the vampires sleep.
Ah, that makes sense.
So, you know, they come out at night and they're all sleeping down there.
That makes sense.
And it was pretty cool. And then on your left, we went right into the store.
Yeah, the gift store.
The gift shop store they had there. I forgot the name, so please don't quote me. Some of the names I'm going to forget. Some of the name of the characters, some of the name of the areas in the different worlds. But the store was pretty unique. There was a lot of merch.
Cool merch, a lot of Universal Monsters merch, Dracula. Creature from the Black Lagoon, Frankenstein.
Yeah, there was
werewolf.
huge portraits, and there was like one scientist. I forgot his name.
I think it was Dr. Frankenstein portrait. And,
I think so.
And the bottom of the portrait was a huge coffin.
Was a huge coffin, but it wasn't like a coffin standing up. It was like a whole laid out coffin there underneath
full-size
his portrait.
coffin. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And then on you see the cash register, the costumes or uniforms that the team members
they all
were
look
wearing.
like
They all
Igor
had
uniforms,
like
you know?
Igor uniforms,
Yeah, like scientist lab coats or something, yeah.
all white
All
and
white.
long. It was creepy. It was cool. And then on the left, right next to the cash register, there's another area there. That's where they do the makeup. They transform you into the monsters that you want to be.
People already, team members were already getting or maybe family members were getting their
transform into a
makeup done.
monster.
They were transforming their face completely into what
It
the
was
monster they
so
wanted.
cool. We watched for a little bit.
And I think it was like $43 with
45.
45 or 45, and that's with the discount of a team member. So I could be a lot, because I asked them.
That's actually, for the team member was a little bit less. 45 is actually what's on the website, because I was looking at the website, babe. It was $45 for the actual, when it's open, so when you can make your reservation for it. So it's $45 for the facial only, and then $169 to do the facial and the actual costume, and they'll completely transform you. I know it's a little expensive, but if you want to get that experience, I think we should do it one day once it's completely open.
The face makeup is cool.
Yeah. But I saw some people that had the whole costume and everything, and they look. I was like, wow. Awesome. I got confused with one girl. She was dressed all dolled up, and I shouldn't say dolled up. She was all creepied up, if I can say that. And she had the costume going, and at first I thought, oh my God, is she a character? No, she wasn't a character. It was actually a guest visiting the park that was transformed. It was really cool to see that. So that is going to be available for you. You can go on the app or the website, and you can actually purchase that particular experience. Really cool. Then on the left, next to that, they do have the bar, which is the windmill, the tavern.
Tavern? Okay.
Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot the name of it. We were looking for it. For the name. I'll put it down here what the name of the tavern was. But that's where you have the actual windmill with the fire, and and it was really cool. We went in there. The fire wasn't going on at that moment.
No.
I think it starts like every hour or so, where the flame just catches fire. But the tavern was really cool. The cocktail drinks, we had some cocktail drinks were really good as well.
The ambiance there, like behind the bartenders, there's different head busts of different monsters there. I've noticed. There was one with like half body and half fish. It was weird. Yeah. There was different busts of different type of monsters, like experimented on. But the drinks was good. Which one did we try?
Oh my God, I forgot the name of it. I know it was like
kind of like a mojito.
It was like a mojito kind of drink.
For me, it tasted kind of like a mojito / like Long Island iced tea, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it was good.
It was good and tasty, and it actually it was very refreshing. But what we really enjoyed was the whole theming in there.
Yeah, theming was cool.
It was like
nice
dark and brick and. And even the bartenders they were dressed up like very creepy looking and nice, and they were nice. They weren't evil Knievel like you would think. I mean, I'm sure they'll probably get into their roles once it's open to everyone. But the only thing I noticed, it was limited seating in there.
Yeah, it was more standing only actually. Yeah. But there was a little bit of seating, like Magda said. But you can have a drink there and just
and walk
quick
around
drink and walk around and
just
be
take
out,
a quick drink and be out. But it was so cool. So that's definitely something that we highly recommend if you do get to see Dark Universe or experience it for yourself. Make sure you stop by, at least get one drink. And it was really cool. They did have another drink that actually had like a mist, like in a vase. So it's one of those special drinks that they do special with the special fog and everything.
Like the dry ice.
Yeah, like dry ice or something. Really cool, and it's all red and creepy. We didn't want to do that one yet. I said, when it's open and we can actually show it to you, then we can do the revealing with
dangerous drink reviews.
It'll be a dangerous drink when that comes, and like spooky dangerous drink. So then once we got some drinks, we saw that, we also decided, okay, it's time to do, I might be a little bit out of order because I don't remember exactly in the same order that we did everything. Maybe we had the drink after we did the ride. But when we went in there, the first thing you do see a huge manor, right, babe? I'll let you talk about that.
So the queue is like the manor inside Dr. Frankenstein. It's like a huge mansion.
Oh
There's
God,
portraits of Dr. Frankenstein. There's displays of was it the autonomy?
Yeah, autonomy of the human body
and of
or Frankenstein. Yeah.
Really cool. So that's all over the place. And each room they have these wires with electricity running through them, and it goes, like every couple of minutes you can see the electricity going through, like powering up something, right, baby?
Yeah, and then there were like different, like you're walking through the queue, going from one room to another.
Of the manor, yeah.
Like different rooms and areas of the manor. And actually, before we forget, before we got into the manor, every so often the whole manor just like gets like a whole power ball and starts shooting the whole village, which is gonna power up the whole village.
And it powers up the manor, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
you can see all leading up to the manor, and then you can see there's a window on the manor. You can see all the electricity going into.
Yeah, it actually, like, the manor is the one that flows electricity into the entire Darkmoor village, and it kind of feels like it felt like the ground was shaking a little bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the sound, the trembling of the...
Yeah, it was like...
Yeah, it was really cool,
It was so cool, the blue lightning and everything. But anyway, let's get back inside. So once we saw the first room, then we went into the second room, which was more like a bat. Was more about Dracula.
The electricity was actually powering up Dracula, but he was in his bat form.
Yeah.
Huge bat. And it's like a 3D animation bat, but you can see he's pulsating with the power, like
they were experimenting, like Dr. Victoria Frankenstein. She was
bat. Yeah.
She was like experimenting on him. Once you go through the bottom, then you start walking up towards the top of the manor, and you see like the staircase that goes down her Victoria Frankenstein's portrait there. And there's other portraits there as well, but you see all the stairs. It's so freaking creepy, but in such a cool way, guys. It's like, wow, we were totally impressed. We couldn't even, our jaws was falling off our faces. I was tearing up because I was like, oh my God. And I was a little nervous because I was gonna do the ride. Tell them what happened, babe, with the ride.
So before we start the ride, there's actually 2 pre-shows. There's one pre-show where Igor is showing you how the ride is going to be. So the ride is actually on a crane, and there's like 4 to 5 seats, right? 4 seats on each of the
on each of the
ride vehicles. Back, yeah, on the vehicles, and it shows you how it moves. It goes back, it goes forward. So it gives you this gives you information on how the ride's going to be.
Yeah.
If you can handle it or not, right?
Yeah, it's just like the castle, Harry Potter castle.
The Forbidden Journey.
It's the same kind of ride vehicle.
Same concept, yeah.
But the seats, there's 2 seats in the middle that are actually wider. So they're not so skinny or slim seats.
Yeah.
But the ride vehicle is exactly the same, but continue.
So so that Igor shows you that, and then there's a second pre-show where you see Victoria Frankenstein. She's talking about what you're gonna encounter, what type of monsters, and then she shows Frankenstein.
Yeah,
he is huge. You see a preview of Frankenstein, what you're gonna see in the ride. He is huge, guys. He's like 7 foot, 8 foot tall.
Gigantic.
Yeah, that's just a preview of how big the animatronics are on the ride, right, baby?
Yeah, and we were like on the second. There was a row of people here. Then we were the second row, and we're just looking, and she's there, and all of a sudden there's like a platform. And it's dark with a curtain, and we're like, okay, what's gonna happen here? And all of a sudden, she's talking about what she's experimenting. She's trying to control Dracula and whatnot. And then she introduces her monster, which is Frankie. We call him Frankie. Oh, but we were like, whoa. We were a little bit intimidated, but his face wasn't scary. It was just intimidating. He was just so huge. It was beautiful. We've never seen anything like that, right, babe?
Yeah.
So then once we get through there, then they take us, we keep walking further towards the ride vehicle so we can get on the ride. Then they also have a test seat, because they do have a test seat outside. And they have another test seat inside across from the lockers, which, by the way, the lockers are with your facial recognition. And then you, across from the lockers, you have a huge area for family swaps or for somebody to just sit there and wait or for somebody. But it's so huge and nice.
Yeah.
And then once you pass that little area, then there's a person there, an attendant there, which is asking how many people. And then that's when you actually, they start moving you into the actual physical ride.
So at that time, Magnus was very scared of the ride. Unfortunately, I cannot do the ride. I'm a little too big. I did try the seat, but I was able to fit. But Magnus was able to fit, and she wanted to do it. She wanted to conquer her fear. So she went on a ride with our family members. And go ahead and tell the experience, baby.
Yeah. So again, I was very nervous throughout the whole queue. Paul was paying more attention to the queue than me because I was thinking, should I do it? Should I not do it? These are not things rides that I'm used to doing. I've never done Forbidden Journey at all because I get dizzy and it's high. I know it's a crane, but you're still high up there. It screams at you and whatnot, and I always get scared. I don't like roller coaster. I don't like that. But I said, you know what? We were with a 6-year-old. So if 6-year-old family member can do it, why can't I?
Exactly.
So I said, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna do it. I was shaking like crazy, but I think it was more fear of the not knowing what to expect or what not to expect, or how should I say? I wasn't expecting anything. I didn't know.
The fear of not knowing.
The fear of not knowing. Put it that way. And once you get there, it's a moving platform, just like in the Harry Potter ride. You see all the cranes in a row. They start asking for your number. You get seated. The bar goes down. I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. I was freaking out, but I was okay because I was with family, and I knew Paul was outside. So I'm like, okay, I'll be fine. I was like praying, God, please let this be smooth, and don't let it get stuck, because we heard that. Well, one of my family members, they went the other day and they got stuck on it for about an hour. But again, don't worry about that, guys, because remember, this is testing. This is why they do all this testing, these previews, so they can get all the kinks and works out of it.
Yeah.
But they still went on it again. They survived that particular event. But once I was on it, it started moving slowly. It didn't move very fast, so my feet were dangling, but it didn't feel scared. I felt very secure in the harness, the seat. And then, oh my gosh, you start moving slowly and you feel like, okay, now we're wobbling, we're moving side to side a little bit, because the ride vehicle moves with the actual animatronics and the scenes. So a very smooth ride. The first person you see is Igor, and he's the one that's explaining what we're gonna see, what's gonna happen during our tour, supposedly, of the experiments that they're doing, or Victoria's doing. And then you see a couple of monsters. I'm not gonna reveal all the monsters. You see a couple of monsters. And then all hell breaks loose when, I'm just gonna say when Dracula, because everybody knows Dracula is gonna be there. You've seen plenty of pictures. So once you see a couple of monsters and Dracula appears, he breaks loose out of some chains or something that that was holding him back, and then all hell breaks loose. So then, of course, the ride vehicle starts moving a little bit faster. I think it was maybe going 5 miles an hour, not even, but it felt like it was much quicker because there was animatronic, monster. I felt water coming at me from, I think it was a werewolf spit. I think it was water from a special green monster that you tilt. He gave it away. From the Gilman. So when you tilt a little bit, and that's the only time you actually tilt forward a little bit, I got a little nervous there because it was very scary and we were high. So I was like, I didn't feel like I was falling, but I was just holding tight because I'm like, I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, what's going on? So we tilted a little bit. I kind of closed my eyes for a second, and I opened, and then the Gilman's there, and oh my God, he was incredible. And then right back up, there was another part where I think the werewolf's coming up or Dracula's coming up and trying to get us. And then we tilt like on our backs for like a second and then we move back up. But that didn't bother me at all. The only one that kind of scared me was a little tilt forward. But the back one was very comfortable. It didn't hurt my back. I wasn't jerking. I didn't feel uncomfortable anyway. But it is a long ride. It is pretty long. I felt like, oh my God, am I ever going to get off the ride? Because the storyline was pretty long. I mean, it might not be for some people, but I felt fire too. The scenes, those animatronics are coming at you and they were right in your face, scratching you. The wolf was scratching.
Wow.
I did see the mummy was there. Oh, it was all gruesome and wrapped in the...
I'm getting scared myself.
And it was wrapped in ribbons and oh, it was incredible. And then you see a fight that happens, like Victoria's trying to fight Dracula and she gets pushed away or tumbled and Frankie's trying to help her and eventually they electrocute I guess the monster or Dracula. And it was just so much going on, guys. I can't tell you in details because I can't remember everything. But it was like, I'm talking about it and I'm breathless because that's how I was on the ride. It was like I didn't have a second to catch my breath because it was just that good. I'm thinking about it now and I'm going, oh my God, I'm getting emotional about it. At the end of the ride, I kind of teared up because I'm like, oh my God, I did it. I did this ride.
I'm so proud of her. Come here.
I did it. I was so nervous, but I think I can do this again. Hopefully, if Paul fits one of these days.
Lose some weight.
Then I'll definitely do it with him again, and I'll definitely do it again. But it was fun, guys. It's a must ride. Even the little ones, I'm telling you because we had a 6-year-old and she was not scared. She's the one that actually motivated and told me, come on, well, you can do this with me. If I can do it, you can do it too.
See? Yeah.
So if they tell me that, I'm like, how can you say no to a child? So I'm like, okay. And she even held my hand during the ride experiment because she saw me. I did scream a little bit in a couple times. But I was screaming and they were laughing at me because I kept saying, oh my God, this is so scary, but cool. It was fun, but it was a lot of fun. I definitely consider doing it. Even if you're a wimp like me.
Do it. Do it if you can.
Yeah.
So after the ride, we actually met our second pair of characters. I mentioned earlier, because I forgot we met Igor first, but then the second pair of characters was Frankie and his bride.
How
cool was that, baby?
Oh my God. I cried. I started talking normal to Frankie, and then what happened, babe?
She just started crying. The way Frankenstein talks is like, he pauses, he talks very slow, like he asks the question, he answers his own question, like Magnus was tearing up, and he's like, what was he like? Tears.
Why do you have water on your face?
Yeah, but not like that. Like even slower than that.
Like
tears,
talks.
Fear, tears, joy.
Yeah.
Like that. Magnus was just in awe. Frankenstein. His makeup looked awesome. His size, his height.
Yeah. The makeup. He had the, what do you call that on his neck?
The bolts.
The bolts on his neck. They look so real. His outfit, his personality, and the bride, she looked beautiful.
Yeah, she was trying to help Frankie explain, understand his emotions, what we were trying to convey to him. Magnus was teaching him how to high five.
Yes, he was like a 5-year-old kid learning something new.
He's like high five, like it was so cool. And then I was teaching him like green, like he's the color green. He was like green, like that.
And then he was looking at his hands, like, oh, I am green.
Yeah, it was that interaction, and you weren't like rushed out of there. We took our time.
Yeah, we took like 10 minutes. I
don't think like 10 minutes, but like 5 to 7 minutes.
It was cool.
They didn't rush us out. We were talking, having a conversation with Frankie and the bride. They took a lot of pictures.
Oh yeah.
It was a cool interaction. You know, if they have more interaction like that throughout the park with all the different characters, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hit, and I think it will be. I mean, we're just lucky that we got to experience that.
Yeah.
Cool interaction and
so
meet
awesome.
Frankie and the bride, and oh my God, Igor. It was an Igor and.
Hopefully we get to meet Dracula, maybe. I don't know.
I hope
or the
we
werewolf
do,
running
or
around.
The werewolf, or the Invisible Man.
The Invisible
we heard
Man.
the Invisible Man is around too.
How are we gonna see him? You know he's gonna be around.
Unless he has some clothes on. I heard he might.
Or the mummy.
Maybe he is around. We just don't know it.
Yeah, or the mummy.
Or the mummy.
But yeah, the meet and greets was excellent. And then after that, go ahead, baby.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, and after that.
And after that, we ate at Das Steakhouse.
Yes.
So that is it's a hybrid quick service. So just to let you know, all the restaurants, how normally quick service, you go and order your food and you bring it to your table. We were told that all the quick service is gonna be hybrid, meaning you go sit down, you order the food, they bring it out to you. Okay. So this theming of Das Steakhouse is like you're going inside a cellar, like a dark cellar. There's huge portraits of like the castle, the manor. There's portraits of like vampires.
Yeah.
Where we sat was two massive vampire statues, but they had stakes all embedded in them.
Yes.
Yeah, So
and they were huge. We were sitting, and I was like this. The little one that was with us, we had to sit her on the other side.
Yeah,
so
she's like, I don't want to look at them. But they were so huge. They were so lifelike. And they all stabbed with stakes. It was awesome. And the theming in there.
Yeah, and you can see like the black goo from the body.
The blood.
From the blood.
The vampire blood.
They were huge. That's what really impressed me the most. Even the chairs, babe. The chairs
were very high.
Tall and
they had
bats.
ornaments like bats as ornaments. There's chandeliers with red coloring, and the lights will blink every so often
flickering,
with red.
like it was gonna go out or something.
Cool. So cool. It's the theming there was excellent.
And it's very big inside.
Very big.
Very big.
A lot of places to sit. Food wise, we had Mavis had a good salad.
Oh yeah, it was a beet salad.
Yeah.
But it was like with vinaigrette and blue cheese, and it had like a piece of squash. Oh, it was delicious.
You can add chicken, but she didn't want to add
I didn't want to add chicken.
We had a chicken sandwich with a black bun. There was like a sweet orange sauce I had. The fries were delicious and seasoned. They were like fat steak fries.
Fat steak fries.
Delicious.
Oh my God, best fries ever.
Our family members had like chicken fingers, and then they had like a pizza skull. Kind of similar. I've seen those pizza skulls before.
Yeah, it's a pizza skull. We've seen it on HHN.
There you go. I've never seen that.
HHN.
But the food was decent. And
they
the
have
service.
healthy stuff too.
Yeah, they have healthy like the salad stuff like that. But it was a nice place to sit down, cool off, and soak in the atmosphere of Dark Universe.
Yeah, it was so cool, and even for kids. I mean, our 6-year-old that was with us, she was a little intimidated at first, but then she was fine. Yeah. And the food was good. I mean, for the kids menu, they had a lot of variety. If you're bringing children with you, there was people in there with babies and toddlers, and they were enjoying themselves. Nobody seemed scared, but everybody was just in awe.
Yeah, but it's
with the theming.
But the theming is great in there. Just if you have a chance, eat there at the Das Steakhouse. And like I say, you cool off. You enjoy the theming of Dark Universe, right, baby?
Yeah, and the food was delicious. So we definitely rate the food 5 out of 5 at least for what we had.
Now the other ride there was the werewolf one. I forget the name of the werewolf.
Yeah,
Curse of the Werewolf.
Curse of the Werewolf.
The one that rotates like this.
It is Curse of the Werewolf.
Mavis didn't want to do it because she's not into really roller coasters. And of course,
it will make me dizzy because it's the coaster while it's moving around, it's spinning.
It spins at the same time.
So I'm like my daughter team member or families that they did it, they actually had dizzy a little bit because the ones that they got was just spinning and spinning and it wouldn't stop. So it was like,
So the reason why I didn't that ride because I didn't fit either. So both rides in Dark Universe I cannot fit. Okay, so we're gonna keep a tally on that. So after we're done with Dark Universe, it was very awesome. Awesome portal. If you love Universal Monsters, dark theme, you're gonna love the Dark Universe.
Dark Universe, so amazing. I mean, and there's probably gonna be so much more going on in there too. There was a gypsy area there by the Curse of the Werewolf. I saw some gypsy with a violin as he was walking back to the area where they have them. But it was so cool. I mean, there's gonna be a lot going on. A lot. Yeah.
So we went out there. So we were finished with that world. And then when we head to our next world, right? So is there anything in between? Oh yeah, so our next world was gonna be Ministry of Magic. But before that, You see Helios. You see the huge hotel.
Oh my gosh.
It's a beautiful hotel.
Impressive
hotel. Right next to the hotel is the Red Dragon restaurant.
The Blue Dragon.
The Blue Dragon, I'm sorry.
Blue Dragon, not
the Blue Dragon
Blue
restaurant.
Dragon
So that one's right adjacent to the Helios.
Yes.
So that's the second full service restaurant in Epic Universe. So.
And that one wasn't open yet. You weren't able to see it yet. They're still working on that one. Helios looked like they were still doing some work on it. You know, exterior stuff. But it's pretty much done.
Huge hotel.
But when that opened, you guys are gonna love that.
Yeah, if you're able to stay at a hotel.
Oh my God.
Just walk right outside to the
I
park.
know in the future we will. We don't have any plans to do it right away.
It's pretty expensive right now.
It is pretty expensive, so we're gonna wait a little bit and then we will do it. How should I say? At least 2 nights so we can fully enjoy it and be immersed in all the amenities that resort offers, because it's going to be amazing. And it faces, most of the room faces the theme park, so it's really beautiful. Oh, and that beautiful fountain in front of it.
Yeah, it looks like the Bellagio, like Magma said. That one also has the spitting water, right?
Yeah,
kind of like Bellagio fountains.
Like kind of Bellagio. And then there's a statue there. I forgot his name, but
I forgot that.
If I remember, I'll put it on the link below, or I'll put it on a picture.
And also in the middle of the park, you got the big carousel. Which we didn't do. We didn't get to ride that.
We didn't get a chance to ride the carousel.
It's huge though.
But it's beautiful. It's huge. I've never seen any carousel that looks like that. I think it's Constellation Carousel. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. But it's so beautiful. And I know at night it's going to have a lot of lights. And there was a lot of families that were already enjoying it. It was really nice to see. And we didn't get to do that, but I know we will in the future, especially with family, with little ones. They like that kind of stuff. But then we went on to the next land.
Which I said earlier, which is Ministry of Magic. Now, guys, if you like Fantastic Beasts movies that's set in France during that time period, like the 1920s, you're in France that time.
Yes.
You're in the movie of Fantastic Beasts.
It's so immersive. Wow.
It is a huge city. All the storefronts, it's down to a T how they replicated.
Yeah.
The Paris.
Even the portal entrance is like with the wand and the hand. It's wow.
Yeah, the wand with the hand. Yeah, with the wand in the hand.
Oh, it's just amazing.
We did take some pictures there, right, baby?
Yeah.
And so we did some posing. We didn't even do like the
we did like a dueling back. It was so cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
The show that's in there. What's the name of the show again?
Before we get to the show, it's our arcade. It's
La Serene?
No, it's Le Cirque Arcanus.
Yes, there you go.
But before we do that, we went through, like I said, the beautiful scenery. We got wands, right, baby?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We bought the wands.
We bought wands. Go ahead and show them the wands we got, baby.
Okay, let's show.
So the store is called Cosme
Akator.
This is a little bag, right? So there's 2 types of wands. You got the wands.
There's all kinds of wands.
Well, the two main ones. I mean, as in the type of wands.
Yeah.
There is the one I got here is from Cosme, directly from the store, right? This one you can interact with the Wizarding World in Paris. You can still do like all the moving the storefronts and move things with your wand, right? And let me show you the one I got right here. Pop it out. Look at this wand, guys.
Look at it. They have so many beautiful wands that if you're a collector of Harry Potter wands or Wizarding World wands, oh my gosh, this is the place to go. Oh, and explain to them that we got a little tour and we were greeted by the wands.
Yeah, with the lady Cosme. She's the owner of the store. She comes and greets you. She's like, welcome to her. She's French with a French accent.
She's beautiful.
She wants to introduce herself. Then she talks about the wands and she gives you a guided tour, like what wands to pick. They're all displayed in nice, beautiful, like glass
casings.
Yeah, but it was really cool. The theming there. The actors there, the team members.
It was like a library of wands.
It was awesome. Like it's more fancier than Ollivanders, right?
Yeah.
Now
fancier.
this is the one I showed you is from that land, from Cosme's, but the one that Magma's got is the 2.0.
Here, open it for me.
Let me show that right here. This is the box. Look how beautiful the gold inlay. Look at that. Now this one is the 2.0, the new generation wand. And look at the box.
I like how it comes with a little,
look at that
like
lace.
the lace.
Yeah, look at that.
and everything. It's so beautiful. So this is the new generation wand.
Now this one, when this one vibrates, the jewel here lights up. Let me see if we can get a shot of that.
Yeah. There you go.
You see that?
So it actually, yeah, they can see it.
Yeah.
So it actually vibrated, lights up. As you're doing the spells.
You do the spells, and this one you can track on the app.
Yeah, you can track
how many times you do correctly the spells. You know, like what you've done. So this is very interactive with the world.
Very immersive.
With the Ministry of Magic, right, baby?
And it actually interacts with all 3 parks. The new generation one, because the other ones, well, the one that Paul has, that one works with all 3.
All 3 parts, but doesn't vibrate. It doesn't light up like Magma says. Look at that, really cool.
Yeah, and they only have 4 of these out right now, but I'm sure
of these types,
as people, it starts getting a little bit more popular, more famous, then I'm sure they're gonna bring out more different ones with different looks. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The 6-year-old in our family, she decided she wanted a pink one. So I'm sure you guys know the lady that goes. Which I can't stand.
That's Magma's favorite.
Evil Dolores. So that was a pink wand that we got as well, which is beautiful. The pink jewel, very special wand, and it's a little smaller, but that one only works for Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. It
That's
doesn't
the
work,
original, yeah.
It doesn't work for the Ministry of Magic.
Here's the map of Paris here. Where and it shows where you can do like the
different spells,
and the
locations,
here, and then over here it shows Diagon Alley.
It gives you the spells as well.
Really cool. That comes with the wands.
Yeah.
So really neat. So we stopped there. We got our wands, right? Very cool store, and then from there we went to the the Battle of the Ministry, the ride.
Yes, we went to the ride. Wasn't operational yet for anybody, and it's not broken, guys. A lot of people are saying on the internet it's broken. It's just that it's not available right now. It's still, because they're still working out all the kinks. It's still not available for anybody.
Exactly.
But however, they are allowing the team members and families and friends to go through the queue.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's another tearjerker.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I was almost,
wow.
I almost at tears myself. How cool it is.
We were so immersed and impressed, and it is huge. I mean, huge. We thought is this queue ever going to end?
It is the exact replica of the Ministry of Magic in London with all the green tiles.
The green tiles. Wow. You do have a section with the purple, like the purple plum style. Colorful tiles. Then you have pink ones based on Dolores.
So each room, when you progress through the Ministry of Magic, through the queue, you get different color blocks, like purple or like the pink for Dolores Umbridge's office.
Yeah, then there's a last section, it's
bluish.
like a blue.
Yeah.
And it's so pretty, but before you get in there, the coolest effect ever is, babe, that's when we started tearing up.
Which was
the flu powder.
Oh yeah, so when you go in, you just like the movies, the flu powder, you go into the chimney, or kind of like a fireplace.
Fireplace.
You go right in through
with
the green smoke, the mist.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
And you end up right inside the Ministry of Magic. It's so awesome. You see the big statues
there. The big golden statues, just like in the movie.
Just like the Battle of Voldemort against Dumbledore and
with Harry Potter in there. Oh my gosh, it was incredible. Oh, and then we got to see a house elf, Dolores.
House elf.
Dolores' house elf. Oh, super nice elf. I feel so bad for a lot of these elves.
You had
mistreated.
You had Dolores Umbridge
shoe. She had her pink shoe hanging off her foot.
It's so cute.
And she had he had a pink scarf. Also, he was so cute. He was introducing himself to everybody that was going in her office or her area.
Her office very interactive. You see things moving, books, dusting,
cats everywhere.
It's so cool. The office that they show the offices of where people work inside the Ministry of Magic. It's in the main room, in the main green room. You see them. You can see.
You hear the clicking of people behind the windows.
The mail room.
The mail room.
You can see oh my God, I don't know. It's just
the newspaper clippings of warnings of
wanted posters,
of the wanted posters moving.
Moving.
You see There's an area where all the portraits, like all the professors, all the people from the ministry that work there, huge
all
portraits.
Moving
They're
around,
all
talking
moving.
to each other. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, it's like wow. It just feels like it's like
the movie.
You're in the freaking movie.
You're inside the ministry.
You're
for
in
real.
that. We were crying. We were in tears.
That
we were like, what?
That queue, you want to stay in the queue. Even if it's an hour long, you're gonna be happy.
You're gonna be happy just being in the queue, and it feels so nice and cold in there and airy, and it's so
awesome.
big. You look up, and then the ceiling is like dark and gloomy, like you see
like
the sky and
like with the lightning and it's dark clouds. The ceiling of the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah, it feels like Baltimore is coming with that gloomy, cloudy ceiling. Oh my god,
that queue is the best. And what I'm so happy about also is that they have the testing seats out there. And that seat is with the seatbelt, kind of like similar to Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror. It's exactly like that.
Now that one I can ride, guys.
Oh, thank God, because I was getting worried.
So when that opens, believe me, that's one of the rides I'm gonna look forward to.
Yeah.
When we visit Epic Universe.
Yeah, it looks incredible. And then the good thing for guests or visitors with disability, they do have elevators.
Yes.
We saw about two elevators.
Yeah.
Very comfortable.
It takes you up to the second floor.
We saw the area that for lockers.
Lockers, yeah.
And then we saw the area for the
swap.
family swap also.
And then
very nice and big.
A side note, the family swaps, just like the one in Dark Universe and the one here in Ministry of Magic, very big, very spacious. Very nice to family swaps.
Yeah, it was like...
They're not little rinky-dink rooms.
And it's nice and cool in there. You're not outside in the heat.
No.
So it's very nice. I'm like totally impressed so far with the lands and the rides. And it's just
so that's definitely
else.
a must. You have to do that Ministry of Magic
I think this ride is gonna be either it's gonna top Monsters Unchained or it's gonna be the second best in the park. So far Monsters Unchained was a must do.
Yeah.
And I think the way this one is looking, it looks like it's gonna be amazing. So right after we had that great experience of the queue for the Ministry of Magic ride, or the Battle of the Ministry is what it's called.
Awesome.
Oh my God, it left us like, wow, we were blown away. But anyway, so we went and we caught the show that they have there, because they do have a amazing, incredible show. It's another must-see show. I'm sure they're gonna have several showings throughout the day.
Yeah.
It's called Lee.
I said earlier.
I couldn't say it.
It's like the Arcanist Circus or something like that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It has to do with Fantastic Beasts, like a circus feel. When you go in, it's like a beautiful tent. In the front, it may look like, oh, it's just a little tiny tent. Very small, but it's kind of like in the movies, Harry Potter. You go in a small tent, ends up being a humongous circus. It is a huge circus. The queue is really cute. You have to look at the queue and look for those little details. There were some apples with teeth that caught my attention. I'm like, apples with teeth?
Yeah, it was weird.
Actual teeth were weird. Cotton candies and different, circus balls.
Yeah, it's definitely circus vibes.
Very circus themed.
But before you go in, there's a pre-show explaining who the ringmaster is, his assistant.
Well, he comes out, the assistant. And
then you have two house elves there. They're animation, like 3D.
They're beautiful though.
Yeah, they explain the story that he somehow has gotten the news commander's briefcase full of animals. Okay, so it explains all that on the pre-show. You go in, like Magba said, it's a huge tent inside, different cotton candy, different apples with teeth. It's weird. It's weird.
The pre-show is super cute. We don't want to give you all the details on the show,
we're skimming through it.
Yeah, because we don't want to spoil it too much for you.
But that's the main gist of it.
But it's really cute. That's how they explain what you're about to see and what you're going to experiment. But then something happens. I'm not going to kill it for you.
Yeah.
And then somebody escapes and then goes inside the actual circus where we're all going to be entering through. So then once they let you in, beautiful, entry and introduction to how we're gonna all enter, or the visitor gonna enter. You get to sit down. It's really large in there, nice comfortable seats.
Very cool. It's a whole bench. It's a full
like
bench,
benches,
yeah.
but with wooden backs.
Back,
So it's
so you
not
can rest
those
your back.
benches that, you know, you can rest your back. It's nice
Yeah.
and comfortable. And it's nice and cool in there.
Yeah.
So you can relax and chill for a little bit from the heat.
Yeah.
Because it was hot yesterday. It was nice to sit down. And then the show starts. Wow. So the show, we're not going to give too much spoilers, but it starts out like a circus.
Like a normal circus. There's
a lot
like
of
two acts.
entertainers with like 2 acts.
Yeah.
Really nice, beautiful, and entertainers were amazing.
Yeah.
I give it to them. That amazing job, amazing job. And then you get the scene where one of the assistants, she's helping somebody.
She's helping somebody.
One of the monsters.
She goes into something, and
or
then
beast.
She goes into a certain suitcase, and then you get to see everything that happens down there.
You see different creatures and beasts, and
at the end you get a surprise guest that comes and helps out the day.
Yeah.
And then it's awesome. The animatronics is awesome.
The animatronics, I can tell you I don't know what it is, but Universal has done an incredible job with all their animatronics so far. I have never seen anything like this.
It was awesome.
I mean, wow.
Yeah. That's a must.
Wow.
That's a must-see
show. So another must-see show.
A must-see show, but it was excellent. I just tell you one thing.
It's like 30 minutes too.
It's 30 minutes. You get to see all the beasts. Like you get to see a lot of the beasts inside the briefcase. So be looking forward to that. But the show but it wasn't that long. The show.
It wasn't only 30 minutes.
The queue's longer. Like waiting to get into the tent.
Yeah, because you have to wait a little bit. We waited like 10, 15 minutes because we got there early. Be there early because it gets
be
full.
there. Yeah, I would say I recommend minimum 45 minutes. To an hour to wait
before
in the queue,
show,
because after a certain amount of people come in, they cut you off.
They cut you off. You have to wait for the next one.
Show. So so make sure you get there kind of early if you want to see the show. But it is a must-see show here.
I definitely recommend it, and I'm sure they're gonna have several during the day. Because even when we came out of that show, they were starting another one already. Yeah. So I'm sure there's going to be several ones.
Yeah,
and of course they have to give the actors and entertainers, actresses some time to breathe for a minute because
we said everything. Yeah,
you know, it's
excellent show though.
Yeah,
highly recommend. And then what do we do after that, baby?
Then after that, and I just want to mention that there's a lot of stores also, so a lot to explore. There are stores that sell
the wands,
the new
robes,
the new robes or Harry Potter robe.
Yeah,
that are really nice. There's different areas where you can there's a sweet store. We didn't get to go in there because we were trying to rush to different area. We only had a limited amount of time, and the day goes by pretty quick when you're in there and you're having fun. So then after that, we quickly decided, well, we're gonna try the new butterbeer crepes.
So good, guys.
Oh my God, we went to, it was La Cafe Serene.
Cafe Serene, exactly.
Or something like that, I think it is. I'm sorry we don't get the names right. This is all new to us, just like you guys.
It's like a beautiful
French cafe.
French cafe is awesome. You go inside, they sit you down, you order, like I said, it's hybrid. Mobile order, and they bring the crepes out to you, the food to you. We tried the crepes, the butterbeer was excellent.
We did butterbeer and crepes.
Yes.
And it was delicious, guys. Yes. That is a must. If you're there at the Ministry of Magic, you must stop in like La Cafe.
It's a Cafe Serene. Cafe Serene.
And you can sit outside or you can sit indoor. We decided to sit indoor because it was hot. But it's large in there, and we think that the butterbeer was delicious. And what we liked that we thought it was gonna be super sweet, but let me tell you, it is not. It has like whipped cream on top, the flavor. You know, crepes are usually light already. And we thought, oh, it's gonna be super sweet, but let me tell you, it's not. It was light flavor, but it did taste like butterbeer.
You can taste the butterbeer.
Yeah,
on the crepes, so.
Yeah, it was so good. And it did have like a little white butterbeer flavor that said like a chocolate little cookie. Not cookie, it was like a chocolate cream or something like that said butterbeer on it. But it was so good, and of course we had the frozen butterbeer, and some of us had the non-frozen butterbeer, but it was so good. I give that a 5 out of 5, so you guys must try it. If we give it a 5 out of 5, you guys have to try that. Come on.
It was really good, but it was a nice little
beautiful
treat.
place.
So after we left there, we head over to where now, baby?
We went over to Isle of Burke.
Isle of Burke, guys.
Yes. And we were still waiting we were like undecisive. Should we stop over and see if we kept checking throughout the day, but unfortunately Super Nintendo World was not open. We asked around a little bit, and it was the managers or the execs. They were actually in there, and they were reviewing the particular world. They were looking at the rides. They were testing things. So they were doing some checkups.
But it was not going to be open that day.
But it wasn't going to be open. We didn't get to do that. But we'll show you the merch right after this, though. We got a lot of that.
So Allerbrook, how's that, baby?
Allerbrook was beautiful. I think it's one of the largest lands in there.
I think so.
We haven't seen Super Nintendo World yet because it looks like everything is
Super
together.
Nintendo World, DK, but as far as out of the 3 that we went to,
that we experienced,
that was the biggest.
Was beautiful.
Right,
oh
baby?
my God, the theming was on point, like the movie, colorful, bright. The water was blue. They looked like pools.
The big spire in the middle.
The big spire in the middle.
All the houses on the hills in the mountains.
The houses on the hills that looked like little Viking houses.
Where the dragons are at.
The dragons had, some of them had little, like every detail. There was dragons that were eating fish in the corners as you were walking by. There was dragons that were in the houses sleeping. You could hear them snoring, but you see them moving their tails. What else did we see?
We had an interaction with the snow dragon, right?
Yes, there was
the ice dragon.
Huge ice or snow dragon that's in the movie. I think it's in
the third one.
2 or 3.
That's the third one.
I think it's the third one.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And he was interacting with us. We had a 6-year-old with us, and she was a little intimidated by him. And as soon as she started talking and guess, I don't know if they have a camera or something they can see and they can react with you.
Actually, you could like when he opens his mouth. When he opens his mouth, you can see a little camera there. So there.
I think it interacts.
Yeah, so it interacts with you, so it knows that you're in front of him. So it interacts. You wave at him, he'll roar at you. It's really neat. It's a really neat interaction.
He was roaring with me and Paul, and then as soon as our 6-year-old came by, then he kind of saw that she was a little intimidated because she was like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to move closer or not," because it was huge. Then he kind of stopped and kind of just looking, but he didn't roar anymore like that.
It was really cool interaction.
Yeah, it was really nice.
So the big spire, the one in the movie, the big spire in the middle, that's
Mead Hall.
That's Mead Hall.
Oh my God, so impressive that restaurant.
That is a restaurant. Unfortunately, it was closed.
By the time we got here, they closed it early.
We wanted to try dinner there.
We wanted to try and do the dinner there,
but the food looked good. The menu looked pretty good.
Yeah.
But I thought it was gonna be a ride, but that whole spire is Mead Hall. It's
I told him
for
it's
a restaurant.
Mead Hall.
I'm like, what?
I kept telling him Mead Hall.
Excuse me.
And the big doors, they're very impressive, very Viking-like.
Huge doors.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
So the park has 3 rides. It has the one with the flyers.
That world has 3 rides.
Sorry, the world. The world has 3 rides. The one with the flyers, which is kind of it's a lap bar that goes over your chest.
And it looks like you're flying.
Yeah. That's one. We didn't do that
Sorry
one.
about the names.
Yeah, I forgot the names. The other one was the water one, where you go on the boat.
The fire grill or
the fire drill
or something like that. Yeah, we wanted to do that one, but then it got delayed. I'm like, oh, we waited
this
too
is
long.
rehearsal, so.
It's rehearsal. We weren't.
But that one, I know I could have rode, but unfortunately, like I said, it was delayed. But I heard you get
really wet. Yeah, it's a boat, like a Viking boat, and you actually get wet. You're shooting at things. And
then the third one is called Hiccup. Hiccup's. It's his roller coaster.
It's a coaster.
It's a coaster. We didn't ride that one because number one, Magda doesn't ride. Number 2, I didn't fit.
Didn't fit.
Another ride could not fit. Yeah. But our daughter and our granddaughter was able to ride it. Of course,
they were able to ride it.
But I say that land is huge. That land, when you have kids, they're gonna love that land.
Oh my God.
Especially if you love How to Train Your Dragon and you're into all the movies. Awesome. It is huge. It's beautiful. It's colorful.
A lot of stores in there. There was there was a big store the store that you get off the ride.
Yeah.
And then across from that, there's another separate store.
Yeah.
That was really cool as well. So there's 2 stores in there. And then there's another quick service outside next to where you meet the dragons.
Yeah. Oh, which
is another area.
So we were on our way out and we saw there's the meet and greet for Toothless. Now, the wait there at that time, we were like almost near the end of our time there.
Yeah.
It was about 30 minutes. Okay?
Which was not bad to meet and greet
bad.
Toothless.
But we were, our party members were tired. We're
trying to get dinner.
We're trying to get dinner. But we saw Toothless, you get to see him
interacting clearly from the pathway.
The way he moves, guys.
Oh my God!
He interacts with the guests,
with the visitors and the guests.
With the trainer.
You can pet him and touch him in his eyes.
Oh, guys,
he smiles.
Lifelike.
He makes the roaring noise and the sound of a dragon. And then you have the trainers there too. Yeah. Hiccup, that's his name. Hiccup was there with him.
Okay.
And then you had the other girl. I forgot the other trainer. I'm sorry, the blonde one, which was Hiccup's friend, the girlfriend.
The girlfriend, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the girlfriend. She was there, and she was outside of the queue where people were waiting, and we got to say hello to her.
And their costumes are exactly like the movie.
Oh my God, just like the movie.
Exactly.
And the space is really nice. They give you a lot of time to talk, just like the meet and greet with Frankie and the bride.
Yeah, you could take your time. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, maybe because it's rehearsals, but I'm used to like Disney, when you go to Disney, you
kind of rush.
You kind of rush. Even though you have your time with the character, maybe a couple of minutes and you out. Here, people took their time with the characters, like I'd say with Frankie and the bride.
Like 5-7 minutes. That's
like
more
10
than
minutes,
enough.
maybe
they
might have said.
Pictures through your experience.
That's why the queue's so long, because people take their time with the characters.
Yeah, and I think it's probably gonna change a little bit once the park gets busier. Most likely,
that was that was refreshing. That was refreshing. Like, wow, you can spend your a good time with the character.
I'm hoping they don't change that. I mean, the queue line and the wait time will probably be a little longer if they take too long, but. I think Universal will give you enough time for you to interact and get that nice full experience with the dragon. Yeah. We heard they're gonna have flying dragons when it opens, so we'll see, because that's all still testing. We didn't see any of that yesterday, but I'm sure that most likely will happen for a fact. From all the Universal information, it's even been on the news, so we know for a fact that's happening, and we can't wait for that. Let's see what else.
And then we did take pictures in front of the portal also.
Yeah,
with different poses. One of us together, one I think where we're like flying with our arms out.
Yeah, and then one of us showing muscles.
One of us showing muscles. So awesome pictures. And that, like I said, if you have children, they're gonna love.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Before we move on, there is a nice, huge play area, like playground. For kids.
That's why
it wasn't open yet.
It wasn't open yet, but
oh my God, it's huge.
Huge.
So parents will be able to sit down and take a break for a little bit and just let the kids run around and be happy in the playground with all the different dragon themes, everything. Oh my God, and. It looks so much fun. So I know the kids are going to absolutely love it. And it's an area where you can take tons of pictures. So really awesome. Really fun.
So we left Isle of Burke, and it was an awesome experience. Even though I couldn't ride the rides, but at least our daughter and our granddaughter was able to do it, right, baby?
Yeah, they were. They actually
it's awesome.
did.
It's a good roller coaster. It's super fast.
Yeah.
And you can see it, like they'll pass right by you.
You can see it because the coaster goes like all through the middle of the actual land and over the water and around the stores and everything, that particular
That's
world.
A must to do. If you can do
it's a must. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So then after that, we did go over to Pizza Moon. And we wanted to try, the last stop of food tasting for the day.
Our granddaughter really wanted pizza. She loves pizza. So I said, okay, let's make her happy. Of course, we're gonna make our granddaughter happy. We went to Pizza Moon. Pizza Moon is a place where you get pizza and pasta, right? The theming inside is really cool.
It's weird, but in a cool kind of way. I don't know what to call it.
It's like a 1900s serial, like Journey to the Moon type of vibe, which is like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a cool 1900s theme inside. You have like moons with faces. You
had women with like 1900s dresses.
And then I don't know. It's a weird vibe.
It's a weird vibe. I don't know how to describe it that well, but it's so cool, and it's really big in there.
Huge.
Plenty of space.
So all these quick service hybrid restaurants, plenty of seating. Plenty of seating. So we went in, we sat down, we ordered the food, they brought it out to us. We ordered pizza and we ordered pasta. Pasta, don't recommend.
Pasta we didn't like. At least what we ordered.
I heard
We
all,
didn't like.
and our daughter said all the pasta
That she
it's
had
not
was
good.
okay.
I don't recommend it, to be honest.
At least for now.
We got the rigatoni with the meatballs.
With the meatballs?
Meatballs were good.
But the pasta was, there was something missing out of the pasta.
Yeah. But the pizza, guys, the pizza
was
was really
good.
We had a pepperoni sausage pizza. They had a pepperoni pizza. I can tell you that pizza is like a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
That's how good it is.
And I can tell you, with a 6-year-old, 3 slices of pizza in
tore it
one
up.
shot, she tore it up.
She tore it up.
And she's
And they're
like
shareable.
this.
You can share, like, I thought it was like personal pan pizza. No, these
No,
are
like,
one pizza for 2 people, definitely.
Yeah,
They're
it's
big
like
slices.
6 slices, I think
think
it
six
was.
sli-
6
it was-
to 8 slices, I think it was.
Yeah.
6 slices, I think it was.
But it was excellent.
Really
for theme park
delicious.
pizza, recommend
And
it.
I do like how there's a lot of the fountain drinks.
Yeah, there's all freestyle machines.
Freestyle machines, and I love the different flavors they have. So
Oh, yeah.
many
Any
flavors
kind of, yeah,
there.
Minute Maid, Coca-Cola, root beers,
Spritz.
Powerades, everything. Water, just regular
good.
water,
Oh,
water.
and they do sell beer and wine in a lot of these quick service restaurants
do.
too. Beer and wine. We didn't have beer and we didn't have wine because it was a little hot and we didn't want to walk around all tipsy. So, but beer would have sounded good by the end of the day.
Yeah.
But overall, it was good,
It's
and
okay,
it's
yeah.
directly. That is directly
Next to?
As soon as you pass Super Nintendo World, you see the Super Nintendo World store was all Nintendo'd
We're gonna
out.
get into that.
And then you see Pizza Moon on
Yeah.
the left. So it's on the left-hand side of the park.
So it's right next door to that.
You can't miss it. There's a big moon.
Yeah.
And you got a pizza on the eye.
Yeah, so it's a neat restaurant, for especially the kids that love pizza. I recommend eating there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So since Super Nintendo World was closed for the day, we went a little merch heavy, right, baby?
Oh, yeah. I think we spent a little more than we wanted to. We're like, oh, man.
But the store that's adjacent to the Super Nintendo World portal to the world, wow. It's like you're going inside a castle turret, stained glass windows of Mario, of Yoshi, of Link. I see Link and Zelda there, so that might be a hint that they might
be
add,
extending and adding that
and add
land,
Hyrule Kingdom.
that world, yeah.
That would be awesome.
Oh my god, that would be incredible if they do.
Oh my god.
Hopefully Universal will do that.
Yes, add Hyrule Kingdom, please. But you can see, like, the turret, you look up at the turret, there's, like I said, different stained glass windows of the characters.
So colorful and beautiful. And like you're looking and
like
you're
a
like,
church, you
you're
know?
going all around all the stained glass windows. Like, oh, look at this character. Look at this character. You were like, oh.
So the merch there is the main merch. Besides, I know there's a store inside Super Nintendo World, but this one out right next door, outside.
This one's just only for Super Nintendo
Guys,
World. And you have the statues outside, like built into the actual building.
They look like kind of like gargoyles, like stone gargoyles.
Yeah.
You have images of DK, Yoshi, I think it was Toad out there. Peach. It's a beautiful store, guys.
Oh, and then you have the water fountain of Mario.
Oh,
and you have the
with the gold coins
going around.
Oh my God,
that's so
you're right.
cute.
Oh my
You're so cute. Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
That was like, wow. So the store is right across that fountain with
that
Mario.
Store was
and the coins going around.
excellent.
So cute. Yeah.
So yeah, that's
so much merch.
So much merch.
We didn't know what to pick.
So let's go. I'm going to show you a little bit of what we got.
Yeah.
Mainly Super Nintendo World, since I couldn't get into the land,
we're
the world.
Like, oh, we're gonna go crazy and get it. Be prepared when we do.
As a consolation prize. First of all, this is the bag. Look how cute the bag is here. With Super Mario, look at that. Really cute.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
And look at the other side. And the other side, well, you got DK in there too.
Cute, all right?
So cute.
So let me see. So we went a little DK heavy because those shirts.
DK is new.
DK is new.
And you guys know that DK, this is the first Donkey Kong land inside the actual Super Nintendo World here in the US. So they do have it in Japan, but they don't have it in California.
They don't. That's my first shirt. Look at DK right there. DK and Diddy.
And I love the color. It's yellow.
Yeah, love it. Yellow. Love it. Look at that.
It's beautiful.
Nothing on the back.
And it's so soft too, guys.
Cute shirt, right, guys?
Yeah, I think it's about $30, $35.
Yeah. Now this is Magta's shirt. She got the Ringer
I had
shirt.
to get one too.
It's just like mine, but it's with the ringer with the white with a DK and Diddy on it. Look at that.
So cute. I love it. Very soft and comfortable.
I got another DK shirt. This one's all red with a different design
You
here.
went crazy on DK.
Yeah, look at that. Look how cute. Look at that,
And show
guys.
the back. It has a banana.
In the back there is a banana. Banana. Look at that.
Like he says in N64, banana.
Look at that. Awesome.
So cute. He's on the coaster, on his own coaster.
On the cart,
on the
yeah,
on the mine cart.
Hopefully I'll be able to ride it, guys. And then I also got a matching hat, guys. Look at this trucker hat. Look at that. Look how cute that is. And in the back.
Super cute.
Super Nintendo World. Look at this. Love it. That's going to go well with the shirts I got, right, guys?
You already got the outfit.
I already got the
He's
outfit
ready.
for opening day. Now we got the power-up bands also.
Yes, we got that ahead of time as well.
You got the DK one right here.
That's the DK one. They also had the Diddy Kong one, but I didn't want to do that one
She's
yet.
not a, she's a big fan of Yoshi.
Yeah, I love Yoshi. I know he may be like a kind of character for some people, but I love Yoshi. I think he's cute. He's adorable.
Super cute.
I do love DK, but we both cannot have DK band. So I said I'll choose something different.
But of course, and like I said, this is one you only can get here because Super Nintendo World over in
California doesn't have DK, so
I don't know if they sell the bands for DK.
No, they don't. They don't sell anything over there yet. They might later. I don't know,
on the
but
box there.
not right now.
Look how cute. I can't wait to use these in Super Nintendo
Yeah,
World.
that's going to be amazing. And I do want to tell you that if you have bands from Japan or California, it was announced that they are, and people were saying they are working here.
That's
so
awesome.
they do work
So
for
you don't have to
all the
rebuy them
parks.
again. That's awesome.
So you can buy a new one that you don't have, like the DK or Diddy.
Show your hat.
Oh, and I got my hat. I was wearing it for a little bit because it got a little high. I said, what the heck? Why didn't I bring a hat? So this is one of those reversible ones. So you got Yoshi here in the front, really cute. I love the color, and it says Yoshi. But then you can reversible.
Look at that, guys.
And you get all the different color Yoshis.
Look at that.
And it's so cute and colorful. I said, okay, I'm gonna get the hat at least. They do have a lot of cool shirts too, Yoshi everything. But I think it is so cool. They have the same what do you call it, pattern? They have a button-down shirt with the same pattern.
With this pattern, yeah.
They also have another white shirt that had the like different Yoshis going across. Some of them holding apples, some of them holding different things, but different color Yoshis. But so cute, just a lot. Yoshi everything.
Now show this shirt, baby.
Oh, and then I got the last one that I got was a tank top because it's going to get really hot here in Florida. And I said I want to be prepared and have a cool shirt too for every once in a while I'm in the park. It's too hot. So this one is Peach.
Bring it up closer, baby.
So I got Peach.
Look at Peach right there.
Right there in the pink.
You got the logo of her crown over here.
Yeah, you got the logo here, her crown. Nothing like really big and special, but I think it's cute.
On the back.
Nothing on the back either. But it's very comfortable. They had all sizes. So I said I'm grabbing it because then all the large sizes start going away.
Now we got two big items here.
Yeah,
first,
we got two big items.
We got the zipper here. Look at that, guys.
You guys probably seen this from California and probably Japan, but we had to get it here. They have the green one and they have the red toad as well. These are zippers. So the way it works, you open it from the bottom.
You take that off.
And here you put the drink and you take it off. Look at how cute.
Look at that.
Got the little beady eyes. Really cute.
That's a cute zipper. We chose the green one because, the green one gives you an extra life, so why not?
Yes, you're right. I forgot about that.
And look at the lanyards it comes with.
Comes a cute lanyard. Look at that. Look, you got the big bomb. What do you call the big bomb? I always forget.
The bullet bill. That's the
bullet bill.
Yeah.
You got your Yoshi egg. You got your star, your
bomb.
Your fire flower. Really cute, really cute.
Now the best here.
And they do have two different kind of popcorn buckets.
Yeah,
they have the star,
which we didn't get, but we'll get next time.
We'll get it next time.
But I had to pick this guy up, guys.
So I know you've probably seen this too in California.
The Mario Kart popcorn bucket. Look at that. Look at him.
Stinking cute.
Let's go. Woohoo! Look at that. Look how cute he is. Look at that awesome that popcorn bucket is.
It is so cute. We cannot wait to ride the actual ride that looks just like this.
Look at the
lanyard. Look at the lanyard. How super cute. I love it.
Wow, guys.
I love it.
I had to get this.
We can't wait. So we're like, I told Paul we have to get this because we don't know once a park opens. a lot of this merch is gonna run away.
Yes.
And they're gonna have to restock.
So we have
or
big
wait.
time FOMO. Big time. Look at it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys, but it's true. I mean, a lot of people have FOMO, afraid to have merch disappear.
Since I couldn't do the land, why not get all the merch I can, right?
Right, yeah, it's cool.
So there's another bag we forgot to show. We were talking about Dark Universe.
Yes.
Magma's got another shirt there. Look at the bag first. You got Frankenstein there. Who else you got?
You got the Mummy, you got Dracula, you got the actual portal, you got Frankie, you got the Manor. Oh, you got part of the Gilman hand there.
Same sign on the same pattern on the other side.
Yeah, I love it. And all the different worlds have bags like this with different, really cool bags that are really special.
So there we got Magma's got her shirt.
No, you got a shirt first. Show your shirt first.
Yeah, I forgot we got a shirt.
You got a shirt too.
I'm so crazy about the Super
I told him, get a shirt.
I got this one here, classic Universal Monsters. There, right? You see Frankie, Mummy.
And I love how it's the
Creature from the Black
classic
Lagoon.
Universal Monsters, black and white.
Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein. Look at that.
How cool. And then the back.
You got the names. Look at that. Cool, nice white shirt here.
And the materials on all
Very
these shirts
soft.
are really soft and
Very
cool.
soft. Look at
Especially
that.
for here in Florida.
Awesome, right, guys? Look. And then Magma's her shirt.
I had to get a cool theme, different one. Because I saw it and I said, oh my God, I have to have this one.
Look at that. Magnus and I share a love with the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, and I said, since I saw him on the ride, I'm going to buy a shirt with him.
Look at that. And he's like 3D printed, so you can feel him on here. Look at that.
And I like the color of it, too.
Yeah.
It's like black and white, and then he's the only one that's got that popish color in there.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's just really cool.
And the last little thing we got at Dark Universe, right, baby?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, we kind of squished it a little bit.
We kind of squished it a little bit. And these candies, Wolfman candies. Look at that. Sour worms. Let me try them real quick here. Give you a quick
Yeah, they had
Magtastic rating.
They had so many different candy and treats. It's like if you start off, you're gonna get crazy. Oh, we love sour stuff. So we're gonna try this. I got a star. He got the half a moon or something.
There, baby. Look at that.
There we go.
Let's try them.
This one's like orangey. Oh, I like it.
What do you give it, baby?
Oh, it tastes good. I get a 5. 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Ooh, so good.
But they have these different types of candy there. Yeah, Wolfman. More sweeter candies are the sour ones.
Yeah, and you can get all of this merch. If you forget anything in each one of the worlds, they do have those 2 big stores in the front.
In the front. So you can get, the big store on the left is the one that has all the merch from all the different worlds. Huge store, huge.
That's like what we will call the emporium of the entire park.
Or the Universal store in Universal Studios when you come. Also everything, just in case
so that's almost
you forget
Celestial
something
Park.
inside the park, inside of the world, so you can get it on your way out.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. And again, guys, just quick updates, just to tell you. Let me get closer to the camera. I'm getting a little tired of standing up. I'm gonna say, I give this park definitely a 10. A 10 or 100%. And this is not even, I would tell you it is like ready to open, but they're still working out some kinks and they're still doing tests.
You're giving it a 10 even though we haven't done Super Nintendo World?
I'm giving it a 10 even though I haven't done Super Nintendo.
If you don't Super Nintendo, it's going to be like 11 out of 10, actually.
I'm going to say that.
Like 11 out of 10.
Our family already had the experience and they love the mine cart. My granddaughter already said that's the best area she loves after the monsters. Yeah. I was surprised that she didn't say Olive Burke.
No, she loves Super Nintendo World.
She loves Super Nintendo World. That's her favorite.
I just hope when we do it, I'm able to do the minecart because of my size and the minecart of Donkey Kong and the Bowser's Challenge of the Mario Kart one. If I can do them, I'm going to definitely agree. It will be a 10 out of 10. As of right now, since I wasn't able to get to Super Nintendo World to try it, I would say it's like a 9 out of 10 for me as for the park. Yeah. That's because we haven't done Super Nintendo World. Map is giving it a 10 out of 10. It's going to be like 11 out of 10. For me, it's a 9 out of 10, but If I
I
can do those
trust
rides,
my family's
10 out of 10.
opinion because they do thrill rides
Yeah.
and they basically do all that kind of stuff. So I can tell you they loved it just as well. They said the games in Super Nintendo World are crazy, but they said one thing they did love was the DK. The DK world within Super Nintendo World, it blew. My family's used to play DK very much with me when they were so young, to put it that way.
Yeah,
And
they have a lot of love for
they
for Donkey Kong.
they have a lot of love, big DK fanatics, especially with the N64. And I used to play it a lot too. I used to help them when they were stuck on something.
Yeah.
And they thought it was like really amazing, especially the land and everything in the game. So that was a lot of fun. Update wise, they will have express passes. Just to let you know, you do have to pay for them now. I don't know if annual pass will have the after 4 p.m. complimentary included. I don't think it's going to happen yet.
We have the premiere pass, so hopefully in that day they'll honor our annual pass benefits.
We don't know yet.
Because after 4 we do get express pass for one time for each of the rides.
Yeah.
But most likely I don't think so.
I don't think it's going to be available yet.
Yeah.
Like in Universal Orlando or Anonymous Adventure, the after 4 is complimentary for the annual pass. I think they're gonna wait a couple months before, or at least a year before they do that. Hopefully not. You know, we need to get our benefits, guys. Come on, Universal needs to give AP members. We pay a lot of money for this.
Can't wait to
already.
add it to our annual pass.
So we can't wait to add it to the annual pass. Yeah, I know it's gonna be a little bit more, but hey, it is worth it. We'll pay for the extra. What else I was gonna tell you? So the features that you can get now so far, so to get ready for your visit. Express Pass, it is about $120 plus or a little bit more depending on the day you go. And that's gonna be for all day. That's for just regular visitors. Like I said, AP, we're hoping after 4 p.m. is included in our passes. We will see. Also, Valet, we told you, is probably going to be included with AP.
Don't know the pricing,
not sure yet. We don't know the pricing, but I'm sure it's going to be similar to what Universal already has. Let's see what else I was going to say. The makeup, if you want to do the makeup experience, that's already on the app for either the 45 or the full face and costume.
Wow.
Let's see what else. Disability, we already said that there's elevators. Definitely disability.
Parking.
Parking is there, and you also have elevators for disability for the rides. What else? What else I was gonna say? I know single day pass tickets is available now, so you guys are able to purchase that. Universal said, okay, we'll open the 1 day, so 1 day is available. It can change. It can go anywhere from 160 or 120 to maybe the 200s, depending on the day and the season. So I know it's pretty expensive now, and I'm hoping that it'll probably get a little cheaper later. But you know, they're opening a brand new park, so it's worth it, guys. I would do it at least get at least 2 good days, full good days to do it.
But if we don't get to see Super Nintendo World before then, we're gonna be there opening day. I think we mentioned that before. We're gonna be there opening day. We're gonna catch the opening day ceremony, the celebration. How crazy that's gonna be.
I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know how it's gonna be like.
I don't know. I'm anticipating that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be there the next day. So
we're gonna be exhausted.
We're gonna be back-to-back days, guys, covering as much as we can of all the portals, all the worlds. We're gonna try as much food as we can, show you merch, besides what we've shown you already. It's gonna be a hectic day. It's gonna be awesome, and we all want to share our experience with you guys.
Yeah, we can't wait to film it and share it with you. You know, right now we can't. We were not allowed to film, and we understand we have to respect the rules and regulations.
Of course.
Because this is still rehearsals. We still got a good month and a couple of days to go. I think this weekend they might have media, from what I heard.
Could be.
So I'm thinking media is gonna be first, and then maybe annual pass.
Hopefully they have annual pass.
Hopefully, because Universal did say they will have dates for annual pass. So hopefully, you know.
Hopefully this month or early
we'll
in May.
Be able to make it. Hopefully, because sometimes Universal they put these annual pass previews, and they only give you a limited amount of days, and sometimes it's hard for people in their work schedule to make it to the annual pass previews. But we'll see, but it is exciting. We had a blast. We are thankful to our family that actually took us. We were getting a little nervous as we weren't sure we were going to be able to go because of our work schedule, but we made it possible. They made it possible. We worked it out. But again, guys, I hope that our information helps you. Make sure that you comment, you ask questions.
Make sure you comment down below. Have any questions about the park? We
what
can
do
answer
you want to see? What are your expectations?
Without spoiling it.
Yeah.
But I hope our video gives you a better picture of what to expect.
Yeah.
When you come to Epic.
And
Universe.
it is, guys, it's gonna blow your mind.
Awesome.
The park is like nothing we've ever seen before. I mean, everything is Magtastic. I don't know what to say. And we can't wait to see it at night too, because there's special lighting that works with the water and the whole park. It's just so much to show. We can't show it in 1 or 2 days. We're gonna have to share that with you little by little,
when we
probably a lot of videos and content about Epic this year. So please bear with us, Disney. We still love you. We're not forgetting Disney.
Never forget about Disney, but
it'll be a lot of Epic for a little bit.
Go back and forth.
Back and forth, just to make sure to help you guys when you visit Orlando.
It's gonna be an epic year, right, baby?
Yeah, it's gonna be an epic year. So
awesome, guys! If you enjoyed this video and found it useful and informative and fun in any way, remember to like,
share,
and subscribe, guys. We say in every video, please follow our socials. Please follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook. Magma shares a lot of information on there.
As much as I can.
A lot of pictures of our day, or upcoming videos we're gonna get. We're gonna get to show
reviews, restaurant review. Hopefully we'll do the new restaurants that are inside the park when they open.
So please follow us there. If you want to support us further, we have a great Magtastic merch store. Like Dangerous Drinks shirts and Disney Baking shirts, cups.
Yeah, we have our regular Magtastic shirts also.
We got cups, and we have, what else?
Mugs.
Mugs.
I mean, you name it. Just check out the store and pick what you like. And the prices are very reasonable as well. So, please,
so if you can do that, or just watch our video, right?
Yeah, or buy us a coffee.
Or buy us a coffee and watch our video.
Helps us with our channel and for us to share these amazing food reviews and content with you.
Guys, today was a great day. Today was what kind of day?
Magtastic Day.
And a Epic Day. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next Magtastic Productions. Bye.